Welcome back to Solo Quest. Today we're going to talk about the essential app you need in order to keep your sanity in check. Now let's face it, you and your old town home friends are all going on separate adventures, slowly drifting apart, not talking too much, but it can be solved with a couple of social Western media apps, having small conversation here and there, but it does not help to mediate the problem of loneliness. And the best way to mediate this problem is just to use the local social media app. Now let's start with the most common one, and that is the origin of all brain rot, Douyin. Basically, it's just TikTok and there's no any other further explanation. Next is the WeChat moment. Basically, it's kind of like Facebook. You get to post your picture, videos, and a block of text, but the only one that can see it are the people that you know and that you've added. And the next one is the up-and-coming Xiaohongshu, the little red notebook. It's kind of like old school Instagram where people share their food and also picturesque video about the travels and also travel guide and tips. Now, the most important thing about this app is if you are confused about something around China and you want to see what's the trendiest thing in China, this is where you're going to go. This is where you're going to get the latest info about all those things because it's mostly used by the younger generation. Now, if you're more of a foodie just like me, this next app would be the best app for you, and that is called Dianping. Now, it's kind of like Yelp, but on steroids. You can put a review and you can also share the food that you ate along the travels in China. Now, the more that you share, the more companies or a restaurant would often invite you to the restaurant to get a free meal because they're gonna get promotion from you and you can promote their companies for them. I wanna give one more recommendation where you can buy your items in China, and that is the 1688 app. I know there's another name for it, but that's what it says on my phone. This is where you buy your bulk items. Basically, you can go straight to the company or either the factory and buy your item without the third party and middleman. Basically, this is really useful if you're buying stickers for your classes or maybe it's pencils, pen, or anything in bulk, tissue, etc. like that. This is where you're gonna go. Now, before we end the whole parade, let's talk about the other app that made my life a lot easier out here, and that is the QQ apps. Basically, QQ started out as a social media app where you share your posts just like Facebook, but even better because it's for the younger generation, but it slowly turned into something else as well. And that is a game pass for every other games in China. If you're not signed into the QQ app, it's gonna be pretty hard for you to play any other games out here. Yes, other games allow you to use WeChat and link it up like Google Play, but you still need to sign up for the QQ app in order to get the whole age requirement service legal stuff. Kind of like this firewall for underage kids so they don't get addicted to games. And you as a foreigner, as an expat, still have to do it as well. Once you are signed into this app, it's going to be a lot easier for you to access any game or services out here in China. Now for the next one is QQ Music. It's basically just like your Spotify or SoundCloud. You can listen to any music you want. You can still listen to Western music, although some Western music are censored. If you want to watch movies, you can just use QQ Movies or other movie app out there, but I recommend that you just go with one bundle that is QQ, make things simple. The main reason why I recommend QQ Music and QQ Movies is because they do have a package bundle deal where you can take advantage of that. Since we're on the topic of games, let's talk about the top 3 games played by young generation all the way to the old gens out here. And that is the League of Legends, League of Legends Chess, PUBG, and also Wangzhe Royale. Basically, it's like League of Legends, but Chinese League of Legends. And yes, you can make a lot of friends by playing these games, and it's a great way to socialize with local people out here. All you gotta do is go to a cafe or a shop and start playing the game, and other people will join you as well. Especially if you're high ranking, they would love for you to be part of the team. Of course, to help you concentrate, you gotta need some coffee, right? Now, one of the most popular coffee shop or coffee chain out here is the Luckin Coffee. Basically, this is the most popular coffee chain out here in China. You can find it almost every couple of blocks as well, especially if you go to a business area just like this. You can find Luckin's Coffee every 200 meters. That's how popular it is. Now, unfortunately, you can't order in person. You have to order through the app. This is why the app is very important. If you download the app, you can get mad discounts. If you don't download the app, you can still use the mini app, although you don't get the full discount. And now, since we're on the topic of discount, let's talk about the ICBC app. This is one of the more popular bank out there for expat accounts because in Shenzhen, I think most expat only use ICBC because that's what's the most recommended by most companies. But having the app on your phone is useful just because you can track out your purchase history, and whenever your salary comes in, it'll notify you. It's hella useful. But yeah, that's about it. This is all the other miscellaneous app out there. You know, if I'm missing out on anything else, just comment down below and I'll make it into another video. If you have any question, as usual, comment down below. Until next time, Solo Quest logging out. Peace.